Leigh, how highly does that rate last night in terms of the games that you've played for the victory?
Yeah, I mean, it was an important game to consolidate on the win previously, and you know, for myself, it was the first 90 minutes I've played under Ange this year, so you know, I was desperate to get the win. I was desperate to get 3 points, and you know, it made it a bit hard for ourselves, but in the end we did, and you know, couldn't be happy with the 3 points in the end.
What was the feeling when they pulled back to 2-2?
Well, there's a good character and good belief amongst the team at the moment, so I was kind of you know, a bit disappointed in ourselves that we let them back in, but you know, there's always that character there, and you know, when you got players, you know, with Archie, Marco, Flores and Finkler, you always know that they're going to produce something at some point or catch them on the break. So you know, we're always confident that we're still going to score, and you know, which we did a minute later after they scored with you know, Rojas' goal, something special, but you know, we still take it.
You've got a pretty intensive schedule at the moment. How do you make sure you guys can back up game to game, given you've only got a few days break?
You know, just do all the right things, the recovery, you know, just everything that everybody would say. I think, you know, we're back in this morning, doing all the right things, and, you know, won't get a day off for probably the next few weeks, just making sure we're doing everything we can. You know, that Adrian was suspended, he'll be back, he'll be fresh this week. And, you know, most of the boys, we usually do an intense session midweek anyway, so it would just be like playing it's been like playing a midweek game, you know, all year. So, you know, the boys are prepared for it, and, you know, come Tuesday, is it? I think everybody will be all right.
Marco's first goal last night was fairly spectacular. It's being rated as one of the goals of the season. What did you think? Yeah,
well, I mean, they both were. I think watched the game again last night, and you know, his technique on both goals was textbook stuff, and you know, like 2 moments of brilliance from him, and you know, the other goal we got was from something the structure that we work on. So you know, it's all coming together, and he's doing well, and you know, there's no limitations on what he can do if you know, if he can still find things in his game from last night that he can work on, and you know, he'll have no limitations.
Obviously Archie put his hand up in the derby, then Marco last night. It must be pretty pleasing that you've got a leading player, you've got a few different players that can win a game for you.
Yeah, they're both doing well. You know, and the boys inside them, Finkler and Flores, they're working ever so hard, and supplying them, and you know, I mean, it's whoever's there, whoever's in the structures doing what the coaches ask from them. You know, when Naboo's come in and in similar positions and asked to do what they do, he's done it. So it's, you know, it's just those boys knowing the structure, and obviously naturally gifted, you know, helps them along the way.
What do you think's changed with the club in the last few weeks? It's helped you go on this run.
In the last few weeks, or in general, or well, I suppose, you know, there is that belief, and you know, you know, I feel like we're a lot fitter as well this year. So you're coming in, you know, last week, last minute winner towards the end of the game. You know, we finished out this game where, you know, like last year we may have conceded a 3rd goal towards the end. You know, and Coe made a couple of good saves towards the end as well. So that's helped. And you know, the boys have got a lot of belief, which, you know, Ange has given us, and the boys themselves, you know, getting around each other, and you know, just really pushing themselves this year.
Right, so David v Goliath situation with you and Haskey, what did you do to close him out so well?
Yeah, it didn't. It was kind of more I was worried about anything like aerial, like in the air, than anything really. You know, and they were quite direct in terms of, it was mainly crosses dealing with. Like, he didn't get the ball a lot to feet, and so it wasn't really that hard to deal with like that. And you know, I just did the best I could when it was coming to aerial stuff. So you know, it was a good experience, and you know, I just tried to play to my strengths and things like that. So you know, all in all, take 3 points. He still managed to score though, didn't he? So still could have done better, I guess.
You certainly strengthened your grip on 3rd. Have the boys obviously got your eyes on a top 2 spot now?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're a few points off 2nd, I think now. You know, we play Western Sydney on Tuesday, which they're right behind us as well. So if we get a result there, it creates a bit of a gap and starts putting a lot more pressure on the top two. Obviously, they didn't get results this round either. So it's all coming together. We are we're just worrying about ourselves and worrying about results, and we'll look at the ladder come after round 27.